Hello students, from English 2. Today we will do the questions answers of chapter 12, Wilbur. And before dealing the questions answers, I hope all are completed your homework which I have given in previous video. Okay students, let's start from the exercises works. A. Answer these questions. Number 1. How did Fern care for Wilbur? And the answer is Fern cared for Wilbur by warming his milk, tying his bib on, and holding the bottle to feed him in the morning, supper time, and just before going to bed. Now, question number 2. Why was Wilbur moved outdoors? Here is the answer. Wilbur was moved to outdoors because Mrs. Arable complained against him. Next, question number 3. How did Wilbur make himself comfortable in his box? And the answer is Wilbur made himself comfortable in the box by poking the straw with his snout and digging a tunnel in the straw into which he crawled and covered himself with the straw. Question number 4. What did Fern's father decide to do with Wilbur when he was 5 weeks old? Here is the answer. When Wilbur was 5 years old, Fern's father decided to sell him. Question number 5. What reason did he give for doing so? And the answer is, he said that Wilbur was big enough to be sold. Moreover, Mr. Arable was not willing to provide for him any longer. Question number 6. What did Mrs. Arable suggest to Fern? And the answer is, Mrs. Arable suggested that Fern could call up his uncle Homer and request him to raise Wilbur if he went there to stay. Fern could also visit him as often as she liked. And question number 7. What happened as a result of her suggestion? And the answer is, when Uncle Homer heard that the price for Wilbur was only $6, he agreed to buy him. Come to the question number B. Answer these questions with reference to the context. Number 1. Every morning, as soon as she got up, she warmed his milk, tied his bib on, and held the bottle for him. And here are 4 questions from this context. And the number 1. A. For whom was Fern doing all this? And the answer is, Fern was doing all this for Wilbur. B. How do we know that she loved him? Answer is, we know that she loved him because she would feed him and take care of him. C. Why would he need a bib? Here is the answer. Wilbur was a piglet and the milk could spill on him. Last questions from this context. Why would he only drink milk? And the answer is, he was too tiny to have anything else as yet. And come to the second context. 2. At 2 weeks of age, he was moved outdoors. It was apple blossom time and the days were getting warmer. And here is also 4 questions. So let's start from A. How old was Wilbur when he was moved outdoors? And the answer is he was 2 weeks old when he was moved outdoors. Come to the question number B. What was happening to the days at the apple blossom time? Answer is the days were getting warmer. C. What did Fern worry about? Here is the answer. Fern was worried that Wilbur would be feel cold at night. And the last question. What did Wilbur do after drinking the milk? And the answer is, after drinking the milk, he grunted sleepily and walked to the box to sleep. And the third context is, call up the Zuckermans, suggested Mrs. Arable to Fern. Your Uncle Homer sometimes raises a pig. And the 3 questions here. So let's start from A. What had Fern's father decided to do with Wilbur? The answer is Fern's father decided to sell Wilbur. And the next question, B. Why did Fern's mother ask her to ring up the Zuckermans? Here is the answer. Fern's uncle Homer sometimes raised pigs. If he bought Wilbur, Fern could visit Wilbur as often as she liked. And the last one, C. Were Fern's efforts to keep Wilbur successful? How do you know this? Answer is yes. Her efforts were successful because Uncle Homer did buy Wilbur. Alright, students, you have to write all the questions answers in your English 2 notebook. And after that, I'm going to give you an extra work. So, you have to draw any one picture of pet which you like the most and write about 10 lines. Alright, in your English 2 notebook. Okay, students. Till then, have a nice day.